to another episode of TTS Street Hits. I'm your boy Hez. We're down outside here in the streets of Toronto, and today we're doing TTS Battle of the Sexes. I'm going to interview a bunch of ladies, and the question is, what do you find most annoying about men? So stay tuned. This should be fun. Enjoy the show. We're doing what we call TTS Battle of the Sexes. And here's the question. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, so here it is. What do you, Tori, find most annoying about men?
Ooh.
One thing. I know there's probably a long list. Give us one thing. I mean, if you can't think of anything, maybe that means we're perfect. Hey! No.
Off the top of my head.
Oh, that's a good one.
Wow, that's a difficult question.
Oh, gosh, I don't know. I like men.
That makes one of us.
Most annoying thing about men. Well,
What do you find most annoying about men?
Annoying? Maybe
my fiance always leaves the cupboard doors open
inconsistency.
Inconsistency.
when they talk about themselves constantly, and they can't listen. You know, that happens sometimes.
Okay.
Well, maybe if they are unfaithful.
Oh, that is not a good thing at all. That can be very annoying. That could definitely be annoying. Has that ever happened to you before?
Yes, distraction. Sometimes the guys don't pay much attention when we are talking. My boyfriend sometimes don't.
Oh,
They kind of like say things, but then they don't do the things they say.
When they ghost you,
ooh.
just close it. Always leaves them open. Like,
Oh my goodness.
something anywhere in the kitchen, living room, anywhere.
So is that worse than leaving the toilet seat up?
Yeah, he doesn't do that anymore.
Doesn't do that anymore.
I fell in.
I just feel like men are very more into the game at the beginning. And then when they feel like they've gotten you, not all men, but a lot, they're very inconsistent in their efforts.
Okay, man, are you listening? Inconsistent efforts. So I always like to say, one of my favorite sayings is, consistency is key.
So they just pretty much stop talking to you. I don't know, like they just give up everything.
Out of the blue, just like that.
But they go back to their ex-wife, so.
Oh, wow. You hear that? Boys, they say things, but they don't follow through. They don't do what they say. Do you find that happens often with young boys your age?
Yep.
When they're a little bit too much into themselves and whatnot? Okay. All right. Are you in a relationship right now?
I'm married.
Okay, and your husband, I'm sure he's not one of those guys. I'm sure he doesn't annoy you at all. He's a perfect man.
He's perfect.
Excellent. What are usually men distracted by? Distracted by what?
Sometimes games or cars. That's it, I think.
But let's hope that they're not distracted by other women. That would not be nice.
Yes, not be nice.
What do you find most annoying about boys?
That my brother, he broke my headphones and he breaks my toys.
Oh my, that is crazy. Do you know what, Isabel? When I was a little boy, I used to break my sister's stuff all the time. I remember I think I broke at least 2 of her cameras. So that's very annoying when boys break your stuff, isn't it?
Yes.
And what do you usually do when he breaks your stuff?
Tell my mom and my dad.
Absolutely. But I hope you forgive him after a while, because probably it was an accident, right? Maybe.
Yes.
Awesome. All right, so that about does it for TTS Street Hits Battle of the Sexes. I'm joined here to close it off with my dear co-producer, Roxy. What's going on, Rox?
We're just out here filming. It's freaking hot out. I'm sweating.
It is pretty warm. So you were here. You saw most of the responses. I interviewed a bunch of ladies and asked them what they found the most annoying about men. So let's get your perspective. What do you say, Roxy? What do you find the most annoying about men? Break it down for us, dear.
I hate when men, okay, so they're going to ask you out and you reject them. Then they go on, they cuss you out. And then they say the rudest things. And And it's because they're mad that you didn't want to go on a date. And I hate that. I think that's so disrespectful. And
Wow.
most men do.
So the majority of men that you turn down, that you reject, they do not respond appropriately. They get angry and they...
And they cuss you out. They say some you don't even want to know. I'm not even gonna.
So I'm curious, Roxy. I'm curious. Is this online? Is this like social media in the DMs? Is this actually in person or both?
All of it, both. Yeah. Sometimes in person, sometimes online, sometimes in DMs. Like, yeah, it's everywhere.
And I would imagine it's not on you, because I know you're very obviously, you're a sweet person. So I'm sure that you're letting them down, very nicely. You're not being rude about it. So how do you usually respond in that situation?
Well, if I'm telling them I'm not interested, I just flat out say, like, I'm sorry, I'm not interested. And then usually they go on and I'm like, okay, have a good day. Like, I just don't engage really with them if they're gonna be rude like that.
Wow. So men, please don't do this. That is not good. If a lady says she's not interested, hey, guess what? There's a lot more women in the world than there are men. Or is there more men than women?
I don't know.
Either way, there's a lot of women in the world. So move on to the next, as they say, plenty of fish in the sea. This was an episode, once again, TTS Street Hits, Battle of the Sexes. Thanks for tuning in. Toronto Talk Sports and more. For the love of the six.
Let's connect.